And we'll go back another day for the rematch. So, Oleksandr, what can we expect in the rematch?
Just keep waiting.
Just keep waiting. He won't tell us. He's holding back.
Oh, pretty much the same from what I did before. Good boxing. Someone of my size and heaviness, it's not normal that I should be able to box and move and slip. And so why would I take that away from my game?
Usyk and Fury face off again in a thrilling rematch that promises to define heavyweight supremacy. The fight between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk was nothing short of electrifying, a clash of titans that left fans on the edge of their seats and craving more. As both fighters revisited their iconic bout, they reflected on the moments that defined their battle. Tyson Fury reflects on the critical moment when Usyk cornered him, delivering a series of precise punches. Demonstrating his adaptability, Fury maneuvered out of danger and responded with effective counters, showcasing the resilience that kept the fight alive.
No panic in your corner and no panic in your head, Oleksandr.
No.
And Tice, once you've caught him in that 6 with a body shot and an uppercut to the head, did you think that you could land those again?
Listen, I don't think when I'm in the fight, I just take it one round at a time, you know. We're both boxing really good, and sometimes you have success and then sometimes you don't, you know. Nothing to worry about.
Reflecting on the outcome of the fight, Fury displayed humility, attributing Usyk's victory to divine will, emphasizing his faith and acceptance of the result.
Because it was a great fight.
Good fight. Listen, he got the decision. Fantastic. I'm a big believer in God, okay? So I believe that God has a plan for everybody, and the plan was for Usyk to win this fight. And he did, so fair play.
Usyk shared his perspective, expressing his joy in the ring and how alive he felt during the fight. His enjoyment of the contest added another layer to the intensity of the match, revealing just how much the fight meant to him.
And Oleksandr, as you come out for this, the 9th round, okay, did you have any sense of what was going to happen? Could you sense that maybe Tyson was tiring?
No, він дуже швидко відновлюється, він дуже хитрий.
The 9th round brought significant drama as Usyk ramped up his intensity, landing a barrage of punches that tested Fury's resilience. While fans and critics debated the strategies of Fury's corner, the Gypsy King defended his team, stating that their understanding of him and their support were pivotal in keeping him focused during the fight.
And what about you, Oleksandr? When you were catching him with those 12, 14 punches, did you think the referee could have stopped the fight?
I don't think about it.
You're just fighting?
Yes.
For Usyk, the 9th round was all about maintaining composure and executing his game plan. He revealed that his focus wasn't on whether the referee might stop the fight, but on staying consistent with his punches. This calm and calculated approach proved critical in such a high-stakes battle.
Once we get to the end of the 8 count, you're standing ready to come back in, and then the bell sounds. Let me ask you this. Had there been 20 more seconds, Oleksandr, do you think you could have got to him?
Це все просто думки, якби.
Big ifs.
Exactly.
They're big ifs.
Yeah.
The pressure on Fury in the 9th round was undeniable. Visibly shaken, he credited his fitness and stamina for his ability to recover quickly, expressing gratitude to the referee for allowing the fight to continue. Meanwhile, Usyk pressed forward, staying sharp and relentless.
Tice, what about you? Your head's clearing every second of that standing 8 count. Were you fearful that you were going to be stopped?
I don't think about winning or losing when I'm in there. I'm involved in a fight till it finishes, early or late, and I don't think about what's going to happen. I just defend myself and fight.
The fight's pivotal moment came when Usyk unleashed a flurry of punches, leaving Fury wobbling. Despite being visibly shaken, Fury showcased incredible determination and relied on his instinct to stay upright. The referee's decision not to stop the fight allowed the Gypsy King to find his footing and reset.
But this round, you know, you're putting the pressure on and you're starting to land with more punches.
Yeah, I remember.
And did you think you could put more pressure on and that you could maybe hurt him and get to him? Or were you just thinking, get through the round?
Я не хотів йому урон наносити, я просто боксував. Мені не треба цього робити, урон. Я ж знаю, що таке бокс, я знаю, що він поїде додому до дітей, до дружини. Це погано, коли ти наносиш урон своєму опоненту.
Usyk reflected on this critical phase, explaining that his mindset wasn't focused on finishing the fight at that moment, but on staying consistent. His ability to keep the pressure on without rushing or panicking exemplified his mastery in the ring.
It's really unimportant what other people think of what was going on in my corner. If I'm happy, then the world's happy. You know, and I'm happy.
And Oleksandr, as you come out for this, the 9th round, okay, did you have any sense of what was going to happen? Could you sense that maybe Tyson was tiring?
No, він дуже швидко відновлюється, він дуже хитрий.
Usyk described how he adjusted his approach in the final rounds, focusing on cleaner punches and strategic movement. He admitted that the fight's outcome was uncertain, but took pride in his ability to push forward and maintain control in the crucial moments.
You knew it was tight.
I knew it was a close fight. I thought I'd done enough, but listen, I don't complain. He's got the victory, and I was happy for him. I congratulated him, shook his hand, gave him a kiss, and I was happy that we both went home to our families safe. Boxers or entertainers, but this is a job. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's not personal, it's a boxing fight. So, listen, when you're in there, you want to win, but you got to be happy as well. It's a sport. My dad always said to me, if you lose a fight, son, shake the man's hand, well done.
The anticipation for a rematch took center stage as Usyk teased his strategy, remaining tight-lipped about his plans. His cryptic responses left fans guessing, building excitement for what was to come in their next encounter.
And we'll go back another day for the rematch. So, Oleksandr, what can we expect in the rematch?
Just keep waiting.
Just keep waiting. He won't tell us. He's holding back.
Oh,
He's holding
what
his
can you
cards
expect
close
from
to his
me?
chest.
Fury defended his unique boxing style, describing how his unorthodox approach gave him an edge. Critics who suggested he should box differently, he argued, misunderstood the intricacies of his game plan. His movement, adaptability, and unpredictability, he claimed, were his greatest assets.
He's holding
What
his
can you
cards
expect
close
from
to his
me?
chest. What can we expect from you?
Pretty much the same from what I did before. Good boxing. Someone of my size and heaviness is not normal that I should be able to
you
box
can do that.
and move and slip. And so why would I take that away from my game?
Tyson elaborated on his ability to adapt to opponents, pointing out how his style had consistently outmatched more traditional heavyweights. If it were so easy, others would have done it, he said, defending his strategy and emphasizing his confidence for the rematch.
People say to me, oh, you need to be walk forward on Usyk. Walk him down and hit him, yeah? But if it was so easy to do that,
Everyone would do it.
why didn't Joshua do it, who's a big, strong man who fights like this? Why didn't Dubois do it, who also fights like this? Them men are limited compared to me, very limited. So a man who walks forward like this, to him, is Christmas time, come early.
You understand,
Yeah?
Oleksandr?
Yeah, you understand,
Of course
it's
you
not
understand.
stupid. So I am a side-on boxer, slipping, sliding, uppercutting, hooking. So I'm gonna do that, but more focus, not so much this and little bit more focused on my job. And then I think that's my way to victory.
Andy Lee has stated that Fury doesn't feel significant pressure going into the fight. Lee has pointed out that Fury has always thrived in high-stakes situations, which may give him an advantage in their next encounter.
Who lets pressure get to him, but is there pressure going into this rematch?
I don't think there's any real pressure. I don't think there's pressure. No, I don't think so. I don't think he sees it that way. He's going to do his best. If it's good enough, it'll be good enough, he'll win. If it's not good enough, then he knows he's lost, and to a good man. There's no shame, there's no pressure.
Adam Smith highlighted the unpredictable nature of heavyweight boxing and the possibility of knockdowns or even stoppages.
Down this time. Could Fury get a stoppage? Could Usyk even get a stoppage? Or, as most people think, will it go the distance? And which way will the judges feel? I think it's close. It's a close one to call. I think probably the majority will go with Usyk just because he won the first fight. But Fury has got that so many advantages too. I think one thing that could come into play is Fury's legs. What is still left there with Tyson Fury? Is he as good as he once was? Can he be as good again?
On the other hand, Smith believes Fury's natural advantages, like his jab and reach, will be vital in the rematch, but he also warned that Fury's conditioning and footwork will be crucial in countering Usyk's technical brilliance.
In my eyes, Oleksandr Usyk has proved himself to beat Tyson Fury and Joshua a couple of times. So let's take the heavyweight side out a little bit. What's Fury got to do? Of course, any fighter at that elite level can get it right on the night. And Fury could just get that jab going beautifully. As Spencer mentioned, the uppercut, he's got fantastic reach advantage. He's still got, it's all about the legs. If he's still got the legs, he can win rounds here. But Usyk, and he is, because he's got that natural size advantage.
In addition, Spencer Farron reflected on the grueling nature of the first fight between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, emphasizing the mutual respect that must exist between two fighters who endured 12 punishing rounds. He noted that such contests take a toll on both fighters, raising concerns about how much either man has left in the tank for the rematch. Farron explained that typically, the fighter who fares worst in a tough fight struggles to recover, while the victor gains a psychological advantage from having persevered and triumphed.
Those men have shared 12 really hard rounds, and they were hard rounds. They shared 12 hard rounds with each other. There has to be that camaraderie of respect. There's got to be, you know? And we shall see what either man has left, because that was a hard fight. Yeah. Right? It was a hard fight. But the thing about when you see hard fights, usually, right, the guy that comes out second best in a hard fight usually can't muster anything else, right? And then psychologically, the guy that survived the hard fight but came out victorious, it raises them, usually.
Meanwhile, Derek Chisora has voiced support for the British fighter. Chisora believes the rematch will be an exciting contest, but he anticipates that Usyk will have the upper hand. He feels both fighters will make adjustments to their strategies, but Usyk's style will remain challenging for Fury. Regardless of the result, Chisora emphasized that the fight will be an exciting spectacle, offering fans a high-level contest between two of the best heavyweights in the world.
That card's still the same, bro. It's gonna be a good fight. We're gonna see a little bit of difference, but you have to understand, Tyson's gonna come a little bit of difference, and Usyk's gonna come a little bit of difference. You understand? So it's gonna be a great fight, whatever happens. But as the scales hit right now, I think my money is still edging on Usyk.
Similarly, Jay Opataya is enthusiastic about the rematch, believing that Fury has the necessary tools to defeat Usyk.
You know, I'm excited for this second fight. You know, I feel like they both sort of know each other now, and I feel like Fury, he's got the tools to beat, Usyk, but he just needs to apply them.
Furthermore, Dean White shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight, expressing confidence that Tyson Fury can secure victory. He suggested that Fury should revert to his previous strategy of boxing aggressively and pushing Oleksandr Usyk back. White believes this approach could be the key for Fury to win the highly anticipated rematch.
I was gonna say, do you think Fury could do enough to turn the tide? Because he did look good in that. Yeah.
I think he can do enough, man. I think he needs to go back to what he was doing, try and box on the front foot and push him back. I think that's his route to win.
In contrast, Russ Amber dismissed the pre-fight hype and emphasized that the only thing that matters is the result in the ring. Reflecting on the first fight, Amber stated that the pre-fight talk was irrelevant once the winner and loser were decided. He downplayed the importance of promotional stunts, weigh-ins, and stare-downs, saying that his sole focus is ensuring his fighters' mental and physical readiness during camp and on fight night. Amber stressed that his fighter must be prepared to execute their game plan over 12 rounds, just as they did in the first fight, and he expressed confidence they could do it again in the rematch.
Yeah, listen, it's all talk, it's all hype. As we saw in the first fight, when all the talking was done, at the end of the day, you know, you had a winner and a loser, and that's what matters to me. I don't care. You can talk. It's all for show. You know, this is all to sell tickets and to get people to say, "Oh, did you see what he said?" And "Oh, did you see what he said?" I don't care. I don't care. Me, I care what the mental state of my fighter is when we're in camp and when we go into the ring. I don't care what was said before. I don't care what you do at the weigh-in. I don't care about the stare down. I don't care about none of that stuff. I care that my guy's ready, that he's in shape, he's mentally prepared to do the 12 rounds the way we want him to do them, just like he did it the first time. And that's what I'm going to be counting on again for the rematch.
Egis Klimas acknowledged the unpredictable nature of boxing and noted that judges may sometimes see things differently from the audience. He expressed hope for fair judging in the upcoming fight and wished for both fighters to emerge unharmed, emphasizing that the better man will prevail on December 21st.
As far as the upcoming fight, it's hard to predict. It's boxing. We know we've seen many. Sometimes you can win, but nowadays the judges just see us different than we see a fight. But hopefully the judges is going to be very fair for the fight. And my biggest wish, both guys become without the cuts, then we don't have to curse each other. And the best man gonna win December 21. Thank you very much.
Joe Rogan points out that the fight between Anthony Joshua and Oleksandr Usyk highlighted the critical role of technical mastery in boxing. While Joshua is undoubtedly a physically impressive athlete with solid skills, he couldn't compete with Usyk's superior technique. Usyk's precise combinations and constant movement overwhelmed Joshua, revealing the stark contrast between raw physicality and elite boxing technique.
Big fight. It made me realize the importance of technique, because Joshua is a real physical specimen.
And has great technique too.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that elite level of technique that Usyk had, and you could see the combinations, the way he was throwing punches. He just didn't have an answer to it because he's never been exposed to that level of technique.
Lennox Lewis describes Tyson Fury as a fighter who has experienced ups and downs, but is always capable of making a comeback. In his rematch with Oleksandr Usyk, Lewis advises Fury to start strong from the very first round and maintain that momentum throughout the fight. He stresses the importance of focus, thorough preparation, and consistency.
First fight was an amazing fight. You had two great heavyweights up there, undefeated. There can only be one champion. It's one winner, and we found out it was Oleksandr Usyk. But for Tyson, you know, he can look back at the fight. He's an up and down fighter where, you know, sometimes he's down, sometimes he's up. Right now he's down, but he's pretty focused on getting back up. So he needs to go in there and, you know, get the job going, get working from round one.
Shane Fury discussed Tyson's straightforward strategy, either moving forward or fighting defensively. He suggested a combination of both styles, but emphasized that Tyson must be in peak physical condition to ensure a strong showing.
He has seemed to let pressure get to him, but you feel like there's more pressure on this fight because there's more question marks around what's going to happen, how he's going to approach it?
Listen, there's not really much you can approach. You either go forward or you box backwards. If you can do a little bit of the both, it's a good start. And listen, he's just got to get fit, strong, and he'll do what he needs to do, Tyson. And that's the main thing. Send him out fit.
Tyson Fury's promoter, Frank Warren, stated that the event will be spectacular, reiterating his complete confidence in Fury's ability to rise to the challenge and perform impressively.
But you know what? It's just going to be great. It's going to be great, and I believe in Tyson. I believed in him from day one, and I believe he can go and do this business in style.
Eddie Hearn praised Oleksandr Usyk as the pound-for-pound best and an undisputed champion, but also acknowledged Tyson Fury's ability to defy expectations. He emphasized that Fury should never be underestimated, showing admiration for both fighters.
And Oleksandr Usyk proved himself as the pound-for-pound #1 in the sport. Just a remarkable fighter, undisputed cruiserweight world champion, undisputed heavyweight world champion. And you know, every time I've bet against Tyson Fury, he's proved everybody wrong. So you can't rule him out in this fight. And all the respect for Oleksandr Usyk.
At the press conference, Spencer Brown predicted Tyson Fury would triumph, describing boxing as simply a job for him. He believed that with 10 weeks of rigorous training, Fury would come back bigger and stronger, though he also recognized Usyk's excellence while reaffirming his belief in Fury as the top heavyweight.
I think Tyson Fury will come out victorious. The boxing is it's just a job for Tyson. If you speak to him, it's just a job. It's like taking the bends and the bags out. It's just a job for him. But he's got 10 weeks now. 10 weeks of hard graft. He's going to be bigger, stronger, and he's going to do his best. And I think he's going to beat Oleksandr Usyk. Let's not take anything away from him. He's some unbelievable fighter. I still believe that Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world, and I think we're going to see that on the 21st. And good luck to both teams.
Eddie Hearn believes Oleksandr Usyk holds a slight advantage in the rematch against Tyson Fury. While he acknowledges Fury's exceptional abilities, he feels Usyk's speed and ring intelligence could give him the edge. However, Hearn also points out that Fury's unpredictability could make for an uncertain outcome in the ring.
How do you see the rematch playing out when those two face off?
I think Usyk's a favourite in a rematch, but Tyson Fury can definitely win that fight. You know, a lot depends on physically what that fight took out of both men.
Teddy Atlas gave Tyson Fury specific advice on what he needs to improve to defeat Oleksandr Usyk in their rematch. He criticized Fury for not utilizing his uppercut enough, seeing it as a missed opportunity. While praising Fury's effective jab, Atlas pointed out that Fury didn't follow up with his right hand to capitalize on the openings he created. He emphasized that Fury needs to be more aggressive and throw punches with purpose to make his jab more impactful.
Look, there's things that he maybe could have used the uppercut more because it was very effective in that 6th round. Maybe he could have used it throughout the fight a little more, maybe. You know, maybe there's things that he could have just added off of controlling him with the jab. I have a saying, you set the table with the jab and you eat with the right hand, right? Maybe he could have, you know, went to the refrigerator a little bit and brought out a few, or to wherever the stock box is, wherever he keeps the right hand, and brought them out with the jab a little more. Maybe he could have done that because he was definitely doing well with the jab. He was setting the table. Maybe he could have ate a little more.
Tyson Fury's co-promoter Bob Arum maintains that Fury should still be regarded as undefeated in his professional career, disputing the result of his loss to Oleksandr Usyk.
I thought he won the fight. I gave him the 2nd through the 7th round and the last round.
Mm-hmm.
But again, one judge saw it that way and the other two did.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the Usyk vs. Fury rematch, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more boxing analysis and updates. Let us know in the comments who you think will come out on top in the final face-off.